Hello, everybody. Talking about today's topic, and it is about the truth. We talk about this truth, and I had a message from CC, which is CC. I don't know if you're watching it. If you're here, you're gonna become here at some point. But it's about what is this truth deal that you're talking about? What is this powerful truth you are getting in there? How do we know about this truth? And I want to pull up a little bit this post about it. So I'm going to be having it within me, write what are the questions were. So that way I don't want to miss anything about it. And computers. I had been issues computers, but that's normal for Dio. Plus, Mercury retrograde's coming. I'm not blaming, I'm not shaming him, but it is what it is. So first questions that CC has, it is about, but what is the truth, Dio? You speak about the truth, but what is the truth? So what is the truth, though? All right. Well, I have some people here coming into the chat. Hi, guys. Thank you for coming in. Erica, hi. Tiffany H, JCK CPA. Lorianne, thank you for coming in, guys. Thank you for coming in. By the way, thank you for the donations over at the PayPal in there. I appreciate it. That was a good energy exchange for those who did it. I'm a little bit of each because I burned myself out on the beach, but that's normal. The skin. Hi, Chrissy B. Glad to see you here. And we're talking about the truth. Hi, Margaret. Sissy, guilty as charged. You're not guilty. Actually, Sissy, I gotta thank you because that way people getting into this and talking about this specifically situations of I'm talking about of our perspective specifically within when you're getting into crossing that threshold about the truth. You understand the value of the truth. There's always going to be a threshold. The threshold that is going to be this crossing that limits within you. You getting into that truth, and then it's like, is the truth? Is it the things? Is it going on? What are you trying to tell us, Dio? What are you trying? I feel this energy. I understand this, but I don't get it. Why you don't get it? The truth, it is about when, for example, you know how the truth it feels when someone promises something that they're going to do. When they do it, then inside of you, you see the truth, and then you know how it feels. But when it comes in with the truth within the specific levels of terms inside of you, because inside of you there is a lot of things that goes on behind the background within you, within your subconsciousness in there. And when we're talking about within you, it is about your level of intelligence and all the levels that you have inside. You're not, if you're allowing your mind to play games with you, okay, your mind plays a game with you, mind games. And you can have these feelings that it's something somewhere else, something is not right, something is not correct, because something happened within you in the past and it subconsciously comes out. It's like, maybe it's going to happen the same time like before. And now you're doubting the truth. But if you look at it within yourself, when you're not giving up to those fears and you're allowing the things to happen naturally way, all of a sudden you're finding the truth. And since you know how the truth feels, in a based out of that truth, you are beginning to operate from a higher level of intelligence inside of you. And your level of intelligence will determine it how you operate within this. I'm going to be making some series about the level of intelligence, so stay tuned. They're coming up to you. It's the new download. Me and Pauline actually talk about this, and I'm getting reminders in there, But talking about that, when the right things happen, the right things will be in there. So you know what the truth is. Also, the truth is from within you. When you promise something to yourself, are you keeping your promises from within yourself? And then when you keep that promises within yourself, then that's how it is. So here is the truth of the soul, CC, because you are asking about the truth from the soul. When you make decisions about what are you gonna be doing with your soul, you're not gonna be rejecting the soul. You're not gonna be rejecting the truth from within your soul, and you're not gonna be doing it this from within you. But sometimes our vibrations are so higher within our mind that our mind is tricking the soul, and we have this in the psychology there was a term that was used of fantasies. We are fantasizing things that never happened. You need to understand what the truth is. When you see the things within your soul as a soul, as it is what it is, then that truth it's materializing into the 3D. What happens into the 3D in there? And then that soul energies it's coming and it's materializing in there. That is the truth. Otherwise everything else is just like projections of fantasies, maybe deeply desires, I would say, is all combined in there. But it is your intelligence inside of you is like, stop, wait a minute, what is the truth in this? Where I am going within this, is that come from my soul? Is that it coming from my soul? Let me check myself out. Let me do my self check. Let me do my this. Is that it coming from my spiritual intelligence to inside of me to see what this is? Is that it comes in from the philosophy things? Is that is my emotional situations because I'm too emotional and now I'm thinking it's coming from the soul? Is that my personality? Or in the worst case, is that my ego? So when you stop for a minute, you're not overreacting, you are able to go ahead and make that contract within yourself. You're not going against your soul. And decisions made in out of the soul, they never are going to be wrong because you do not disagree within the soul. Then you don't disagree within your spirituality, within your philosophy, within your emotions, with your personality, and within your ego. There is no disagreement. So you getting into the state of what we talk about, the inner peace. And that is what the truth is within the soul, CC. But the divine, it's coming in with this downloads for us to lead us to this intelligence, to create this intellect from within ourselves. So we can be more intellectual of everything that goes on within us, around us, and to create this awareness of what we are doing. And awareness, it is about one purpose, to find that truth from within us. But if you have your ego agendas in there, if you take things personally, you have a personal agenda, or if you're over emotional in there without imbalancing in there, so your philosophy is going to be a little bit twisted within you. So is your spiritual intelligence. So your psychology is going to be within yourself. And that leads to all these energy situations. Sensei, be quiet, darling. The deep inside feeling is never wrong. Yes, the deep inside feeling is never wrong. JCCPA, but looking at in there, sometimes we have deep inside of us feelings and things that could have, should have, must, had to. And when those could have, would have, would have, should have, had to don't happen, what do you do then? What was the truth then? So something wasn't right. Something didn't manifest. Something, it was not real. Something doesn't become the way it is. And this is where a lot of the people, I mean, I had these situations before about this reality in there. Can you read the post from today, 2017, that made me the questions today? Okay. All right, let's see. If it's on the Facebook, I can read the question, darling. Because maybe for whatever the 2017 was, the 2017 was for back then, at that time, that timeline. You said 2017. Okay. Okay, are you talking about August 9, 2017? How do you know you are a twin flame? CC, is that the one? If something triggers you there, let me know what is triggering you about the truth after the post I contacted you. About the truth. Oh, is that as the post with the so many quotes about the truth, CC? If your soul knows you're a twin flame, you are. The more you resist, the worse pain will be. Is that what you're talking about, CC? The soul will push you to break your ego. Twin flames is not a secret agent or hiding crybaby or complaining monster. Oh, my twin did this. Twin flame is a servant of universe. So come on, God. Is that what you're talking about, CC? Dio's got a lot of posts. Hi, Twin Flame Power. Thank you for coming in. Okay, so here's the post, guy. I'm going to read it to you. I just wanted to confirm. If your soul knows you are twin flame, you are. The more you resist, the worse pain will be. Soul will push you to breaks your ego. Twin flames is not a secret agent or hiding crybaby or complaining monster. Oh, my twin did this to me. Twin flame is a servant of universe for common good for all. You're here to break all your limits and old man-made rules and religion limitations. You're here to break everything in your path, to be living your truth and love by example. What I mean by that, living the truth and love by example, it is to be honoring that truth from within you towards yourself and the love that you feel to give everything you got into that love. I mean, this was with a lot of Twin Flames energies back in 2017. It's very good post. I love it. I wrote that. And I know what I wrote it with, what kind of feelings that I wrote it in there. Because a lot of the people was back in the days of 2017, that was that highly state awakening energies there within the Twin Flames. And we were expressing that love of breaking that paradigm in there. I mean, we we had a lot of courage to comes out and really don't care what it was, who's gonna say something about us. The label Twin Flame, we protected. Compared to these days right now, looking at all those years, what did the term Twin Flame turn to be? Everything in this world is Twin Flame. Everything. Psychologist says the Twin Flame is an empath narcissist. Uh, the people don't accept the Twin Flame. It's like a fantasy. The Twin Flame becomes a negative word into it. Oh my God, this never works. Twin Flame become a business label. Was that the truth? Maybe that's what it triggered you, CC. Maybe that's what triggered you. And if you don't have that truth within you and the love in there, you to be the example to the world, you may be crying, you may be doing some things, you may be hiding yourself, you may be a secret agent. It's like, I have this twin flame, but nobody knows about it. That's what it was, the energies back then. You know how hard it was back then. Even Wolf, I'm talking about White Wolf Academy. We're doing the workshop with him in Spain. In there, I would love to see you guys there because me and Paulina, we have a lot of things to talk to you there. But something's going to happen because when you are personally in there, you can feel the energies within us. You can feel the energy through the camera, but the personality vibrations, only a few people knows it, how that feels. Talking about the Miami situations. So we're talking about you to become the example of the truth and the love within you. You feel something, you awakening your soul, you awakening your things. You act on upon that truth and love. You don't resist it into that. So, all right. Paulina, hi, darling. Hi, everyone. Just a quick note. We have to be aware of self-sabotage of the mind, which sometimes gives us an incorrect intuition, especially when we have to go through the threshold or test. Bingo. Thank you, love. We went with her with this. We're catching ourselves. We're monitoring this. Lately has not been because it doesn't need to for some reason. Lately the balance is all, and we'll keep moving forward within the journey with her. But yes, that is a part of this self-sabotage that you know the truth within you, you know the love within you, but you don't act upon it. So what is that truth? Where is that truth is? It's not about the truth that you're demanding from your partner to accept the truth that you feel from within you. That's not that all about. It is about you to express that truth and love within you. Because you have to become the twin flame yourself first before you get in it within. Because you are not responsible about the other side, how they are going to be perceiving that love that you have and that truth that you have inside of it in there. Hiding from public do not serving nothing good. I mean, yeah. Still does. Because the public needs some examples. You ever heard about the power couples that changing the world, that example? Who was the power couples back in the days? That was it, the king, the queen, the pharaoh, pharaohess, the tsar, the tsaritsa, the tsarians, the khans, the lords, the prince, the princess. They had to be example of that. Did they hide from the public? They're public figures. Everyone know who is the king, who is the queen. But it's the same thing within the twin flames. It's the same thing within the religions in there. So looking at within this, that is still standing in there. This is why we decide to be a public figures. This is why I made a video that I don't know if you guys watched it, talking about the video that crossing the path, that is a threshold back then to come out of the karmic cycle, come out in the public, being a twin flame. And I was like, what was my first video ever I made on YouTube? I went out and looked at the oldest video I made, the very first video I made. That was actually Mercury retrograde. But decided to come out in the public. And let me tell you, this is probably the most happiest moment in my life, because I understood back then in the days about the truth and the love when they came out in the public. I didn't hide myself. I became an example for some of the people. But back then, it's in 2017, we're talking about, there was a lot of community issues. Most of the groups, they were closed groups. And people ask me, Dio, how can I get my twin flame powers? And I told them, you have to come out in the public with this. You're not getting cured. You're not crossing that threshold in there if you're not becoming a public. And everyone is like, think that I was nuts, I was crazy. I was like talking about this. It's still valid even till today. Because the one who crossed that threshold and the one who crossed that limitations, they don't sabotage themselves in those fears. And this is why self-sabotage and a lot of the twin flames, we already caught in it in there. So hiding from public don't serve good, nothing good. Hiding from your twin don't serve nothing good too. If you're hiding from your twin that, oh, well, we are a twin flames, go ahead and tell them we are a twin flames. If it is the truth, they're going to accept the things. If it's not the truth, you're going to find the answers later on. Why? If they're not true within themselves about these connections, they will never it's going to work. You can't, the truth and the lie cannot coexist. You guys all know about the story about the truth and the lie. They went both to take a bath. They took their clothes off. So the lie came out first. She put her clothes on it and she stole the clothes of the truth. And then the truth, all he had to do is walk naked. That's what you have to look inside of it, the truth. Yeah, you can hide the truth from everybody. You cannot escape it from yourself. Why do the people who lie, cheat, deceit, and so on, they don't have a peace at night? Why do they don't have the truth in there? They don't understand the value of the truth, because the value of the truth, guys, brings the inner peace on all levels. And that inner peace, achieving within you and then achieving with partner. Now that's a happiness. You know that. All of you know that. The hard part is doing it. So the truth is truth, and that is all it is. Because it is what it is. My favorite quote, right? So yeah, Sissy, in the middle of near the end, it says EBT the truth near the end. Some of you suffer to focus. Some of you suffer to focus on stop suffering. You have to become your truth. Some of you did the inner work to live the life in the truth, and those happily souls what you want to be a twin flame. A soul that accepts the universe laws and live to enjoy love. A soul that stops demand, asking, wanting, needing, but a soul who accepts what is being given. World is full of people living in the lie, listen to their egos. Twin flame, listen to their own soul. You are born this way. Accept it and go be love. Um, Talking about this truth within you, Cece, it is about, do you accept the truth? Because sometimes the truth can be tricky. The trick story, the dweller from within you, that is a between the lower and the higher self. And this could be really hard at some point. But when you catching yourself, those moments of, is that really a true? Or that is old feelings, like things that I did before, and because I acted on my fears, I screwed that up. Because I don't think so, that's a fears. Now I have to do something else. I have to stop living within the fears within me. Um, I mean, if you go to the post and Cece, tell me what you exactly wanted in there, let me know. Uh, yes, the mind can be treacherous over the heart. Yes. The mind, you need to understand, you put everything, all the inputs are going in within the mind, within you. The pain. I mean, talking about the pain inside of you, if you take a look, I'm talking about the energy back in 2017 up here. Um, that was the pain of hiding the truth within you. You kind of like you feeling what it is. That is the moment when you go down on your knees and your soul cries about it, because you find a truth of love as a twin flame, what you should be with the divine. But the truth is who within you. And a lot of the people talking about this pain in there, the pain of the soul. But that is the pain that even can trigger, if you're getting angry and the situations, can trigger the dark night of the soul. It just to bring that darkness out of you, to put the lights in there, is in that moment within. Because it's a pain you to walking in the world, hiding the truth that you love somebody, even if you're married or so on and so on, and you're living without pain day by day, and you're pretending that that is not existing, that love doesn't exist within you. That is a pain. And this is why the truth has to comes out from you. You become the example of that truth in there. CF, got you, CF brother. Thanks for the love. JCKCPA, if you feel it and it doesn't happen, but you feel typically the other feels it too, but it's so far 10 if it's not real. You need to understand when the couple coming together in union in there and they feeling it things. Okay. We're feeling it that something is not right. Sometimes we have tendency to study something, and then we came to a point like this doesn't feel right. We're feeling it that from within, and we both back it up. But that's coming in that sometimes the people have this there. They still have this. I mean, back in the days of 2017. I mean, talking personally, me right now, a lot of the people going out within this in the twin flames, but there was a lot of this personal agenda. I need to be with them. I have to be with them. They must be. This is the beautiful love. I can do anything and everything for them. And all they have to do is coming in. I'll accept them as the way they are. They don't accept you. They rejected it. They don't believe in this. And now what? What's happening to you? You have to grow. You're in the journey. You have to get in there. So, talking about these positions, it is about the divine put you on a journey because you're chosen. Now you're awakened. What are you going to do? The divine is going to comes in and tells you the journey. You're finding more things about yourself. You're improving yourself. You're working within yourself. You're getting within there, and so on and so on. Because the divine maybe connect you with a person, but there is a free will. The person can choose to obey the divine and you or not. And what are they not? What did the divine has to do with you? Keeping going in there. You want a beautiful example within this? I will recommend you to go and read Job story in the Bible. Really recommend it. Because he went through this. He lost everything: wife, kids, cattle, money, properties, and everything. But he believed into the divine. He went into it to heal all this. It's a great story. So that's what there is. God take it away, but it's not real. And sometimes you feel pain because you thought it was real, but the actions proves everything. So, Sisi, remember I wrote you about the voices coming from the other times or other places. I hear or feel them. Is there is a more different truth to the human truth? How to explain? There is a universal truth. First of all, you look at it inside of it. Within you, there is a universal truth within yourself. The thing is sometimes we as a gifts, and this is going to be actually looking at within the next, maybe I believe that I haven't catching up with the latest improvements within CHT, which is the mirroring neurons. That is a meeting information and receiving, because that's what you use, CC, is when you're tuning that radio within you. You may hearing other people, you may hearing other consciousness, you may hearing something that it's a far, far, far away on another side of the galaxy, by the way. People ask me, how do you know this deal? If the frequency somewhere is exactly precise as a frequency somewhere else, doesn't matter how far, it's opened this wormhole, and now the connections it's too fast in there. And this is how we're getting downloads actually from the divine. We're getting a downloads from the consciousness from somebody else, somewhere out there in the universe, because the universe collecting all this consciousness in there. So if you're looking at the inside of it, you maybe have the abilities to go up, what I call upstairs, and you go into connecting to the internet and you're researching that truth. But it happens within you, within your abilities, with your antennas in there. It is like, okay, this is the truth, that is the truth, what I'm hearing, or what I this, how can I determine it? The best thing is focus on one thing at a time. Because when you focus on so many things, so many inputs, and the one input says this is the truth, that input says that is the truth, and you within you begins to have this internal conflict about what you're hearing. So I know it's hard to explain, but in a nutshell, I'm trying to explain it in a very kind of like a basic human language, something that it's the whole process. It's kind of like from scientific standpoint, it's very complicated. But I'm trying to put this. I wish my translator is here, but she's at work. Because she understands me and she translates very well. I'm talking about Paulina. But when I'm trying to bring you this high level of knowledge, bring you to a human-based understanding language, it's not enough. I mean, even the energies, the aim of the things in the RCC. But um, I hope you're getting at what I'm trying to tell you with this. So it is again, you have to be mindful how you use your gift. Okay, how do you use your gift? Because if you have a doubt within you, and at the same time you have the truth within you. So what happens is the one thing is going to look at for the truth out there, and the other side is going to look for the doubts in there by using the same gift. So to determine the actual truth in there is from those two opinions. Okay, you're not judging, you're seeing what the actions says, and the actions matching the truth, or the actions matching the doubts, and then you determine it. You basically in the positions of being the judge in a court when two sides are fighting. I mean, talking about the liberal, talking about the truth. You see the picture on the video in there. Sisi, like an existence or awareness of energies. Awareness is the key word in here, because the energies comes in, but if you're not aware of how to translate that energies within yourself, then there is the complications. But your intellect has this creations of awareness that reach the energies, and your intellect, and it's based off more opening from within you to create that intelligence to catch, for example, oh, I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do that, and then it's gonna happen my way. Your ego. Okay, then guess what? In your physical thing, I'm gonna put the suit and the tie, and I'm gonna be with those beautiful shoes. I'm gonna put perfumes in me, even though I don't like it, but just so I can be with her. Your physical things in there, or emotional. You can present the fake emotions out there. That is the awareness that does. But if you look at it on the other side, you catching your ego is like, I don't have to do this. If it's true, it's going to happen naturally. I don't have to be physically with the best clothes of me and so on. If somebody loves me, they're going to love my soul. Now we're talking about intellect that works inside of you with the awareness and the proper energies in there. And now you're able to do the right things. And this is how you mature as a twin flame. That maturity there. You become the East. You become the East. Because without East, if you mix flour and salt, it's not going to become a bread. But when you put the yeast in there, the dough grows up, and now you can bake the bread. Twin flame power secrets keep you six, the truth set you free. Exactly. Totally, exactly. Anything to say about the pain questions that I also mentioned in the now? Well, the pain is living in the lie, basically a CC. Okay? The pain, that's what it is. Blue, hi. In the astrology perspective, what aspects do you really speak about TF connection? I was talking about that the astrology really cannot determine things between the twin flames and so on. Some of the aspects in there, talking about if there is a divine aspect or there is an aspect within the same particular emotions, for example, what the moons are, because the moons is the same awareness in there. Also, specifically talking about the energies. Um, I mean, it's a little bit harder to really pinpoint it, the twin flames within the astrology, because the energy can be there. But so, for example, couple can have a very good aspects in there, if they're using the good aspects. But if the planet's configurations in there have something like something with Saturn that it's, for example, squares Venus. This is one of the big problem for a lot of the people is Venus squaring Saturn. That is a like self restrictions of love. You don't allow to love. And when the love comes in, you're not allowing it in there, for example. But if you Venus of the one person who is restricted has a divine aspect of Mars of the other person, the masculine energies of that person works with that Venus, helps to create and remove that limitations. For example, in there. So, I mean, when I look at it, the journey, I did the chart for someone who expressing it that comes in there. I look at it in there, what it is it that going on. It's a very important to understand your natal chart of gravity point. So, Blue, if you need a natal chart, is not that expensive. I don't charge arm and a leg for astrology reading. Here in the group, there's a lot of people who actually know about that. But in the natal chart, when you're talking about the twin flames, when the twin flames are coming into me, which is they were coming in there in the past, I'm talking about really past experience. I told them how to work it out the energies between them because they were coming and go, coming and go, coming and go. And at some point, they decide one thing: enough is enough. We need help. Let's see what we're going to do. What's going to happen in there? I did 2.5 hours talk with them. I put their charts together and I explained it to them. Here is your psychology issues. Here is your energies issues. Here, what you need to adjust to understand. You have to help this, and you have to understand and help this, and see how that works. Turn out good. Right now, they have two very beautiful children. I'm so happy for them. Every time I see a post on Facebook from them with the kids, someday I'm gonna go ahead and visit them. I got that on my wish list. But within the astrology again, the astrology charts are powerful as long as you have this intellect and awareness not to hide the things in there. Because I tell advices to people, and you know what? They don't take it because they think that I can give them the magic pill. I can give them the potion. I can give them the energy. I can give them the things. I can give them the answer there. Well, the answer is within them. I pointed out to look because inside of the people, what I usually do in there, I give them the informations of things that they're rejecting themselves. I point out the energies back within them. And I help them through the chart, through the energies to understand how they can find the exit, how they can improve themselves. This is not astrology for the future that I do. This is why when people ask me, Dio, can you tell me what can I do about this and this? I can look at certain things. But guess what? When I tell you things about the future, you know that's going to happen and you're not doing your inner work. Do you think I did any good in that case? No. But if you're looking within your chart, how the configurations within the energies goes on within you, that reflects in your thinking, that reflects in your ego, your authority, your intuitions, your love, your powers within yourself, your restrictions within yourself, your visions, your aha moments inside of it. I can tell you what you need to adjust within yourself, what you need to calibrate, as Paulina said that word. Calibrate, Dio. It's the calibrations in there. So that's what there is about the natal chart. The natal chart actually is beautiful because the natal chart, it shows up the visions, but it shows up where did you came from, which is the midheaven. Because the ascendant, when it comes in, on the other side of is the descendant in there. Because your ascendant is between the 12th and the first house. My spirituality and who I am will reflect my healing and my relationship. But a lot of the people are not aware of what the power of the astrology was back then in Sumeria, because the kings and the queens, they're using everything in their own advantage. They begin to, hey, can you predict what happens? And now when they're predicting what happens, they're twisting the natural path of events, the natural timelines. And this is why the earth, we are in the kakapupu, as a Mel said in there. All right, Diamond B, glad to see you here with Divino. Hopefully you two are okay. Where does the soul live inside of the body? The soul is the energies from within you. Okay, a lot of the things it's the energy that energizes and empowers the informations within your brain. Okay, is all over within your body. Everything it is connecting with that. Okay, that is the energy that enters the body when you're born. So basically, the gravity when you're born and the gravity as you are on Earth. Okay, so those two gravities, they're the same. They create the wormhole, and then you're going into there, and all of a sudden you are just come out. You open your eyes for the first time. Come out of mama. Why did I did that again? Something like that. Or you can be nice and quiet. It's like, oh, where I am. Oh, I did the good. Did I arrive in the right things? Did I arrive in the right place? It's all dependent on what you carry with you. So, what does it mean when my attention antenna comes from the left side and in the front of my head? Boy, those antennas inside of you, if you look within yourself, CC, in there, we're talking about that when you look at it. Oh wow, CC, I was just reading your last comment in there. Comes from the left side and in the front of my head. Thinking about it, that your antennas or your brain, it's emitting those vibes, but the one that is in the center, okay, it is like in a dolphins you send and receive. So for example, the one antenna that is on the left can be only like a search. It's like a radar, spins around and around, okay, and is sensing what's going on. But the one that is in the center, which is more connecting with the internal hearing, internal vision with the third eye, in there, that is the one that you actually send the signal, and then the resonance comes back in there. This is like a deep scanner that you are just go deep from within. So that's how I can explain it to you, CC. Oh, you already know that, but I know it's confusing with the gifts that the people has. Twin Flame Pro, I would love to have explain my chart deal. Okay, we can do that for you. I think we went over it within this, but not a problem. We can arrange that. CC, I was born too early, broken arm and upside down. Dang, I was born too early. You don't want to know how I was born. I was a bad boy, really bad boy. I was premature as well. So let's just leave it that way. All right, let's leave it that way. But cheers to the doctors. Actually, the doctor who was there at that critical moment in there, he passed away recently, and I posted on Facebook my appreciations to him. Yep. He was a very famous Bulgarian doctor. So my honor goes with him. All right. You guys have any more questions? Oh boy, that was a good chat today. It was very beautiful chat, guys. And Tenda placed me to the wrong twin body. Oh, you don't know that, CC. There is no mistakes in the universe. Shh, shh. I told you a secret. There is no mistakes in the universe. Shh, shh. Keep it. And come on. Everything has its purpose, guys. I wish that at some point when you're getting into this, you know, there's going to be a point with you guys when you evolve in there, when you're just going to put one big giant X on your past. You're going to be tired of fighting of things, wanting things, needing things, be the things, and so on. And he's like, you know what? I'm starting from ground zero. So now, when you look at all this, you're beginning. This X is your reference library, okay? But don't take this past everywhere with you when you go, because you haven't let it go of that past. When you reach the internal peace inside of you with your past, boom, you're moving forward. You're crossing the threshold again. So, CC, well, see that what happens when an old Facebook post triggers me. Good shot. Actually, that was a good post in there. I triggered a lot of people with that post. Back then, deal was the his twin flames power. Right now, my powers, it goes into more. I mean, we understand the journey as a twin flame, but the new energies are more within us. Now, the same way I crossed back as a twin flame, I'm crossing right now as a divine partner, HF Aquarius energies. Now, a lot of the people says like, well, Dio, are you going to work with twin flames? How you do this? Your energies change, your things change. Guys, that is the purpose. To change, to evolve, to improve, to be example, to lead from the front. That is the purpose. That's it. Even back then in 2017, when the first time I started with my videos, or I started writing stuff, guys, it's the same thing. It's just a new, improved, better cycle. I don't have to carry karmic pain. I don't have to carry been there, done that, done deal. But that doesn't mean that I cannot help other people. But I also have a dignity to go forward. It's the same way I choose to have dignity back then to go forward as a twin flames. I was talking to Wolf, and Wolf, we were one of the, as he says, OG, the original ones, who we actually cracked that and start giving the things publicly, and then the twin flame just poof, blew up like a volcano all over the earth. Right now we have the same thing, but this time we have a different, more divine powers within, more universe powers within ourselves. We are more different. And the people who's going to come to the workshop in Spain, they're going to feel it. They are going to feel it. So, yeah. Twin flame power, my daughter has identified as being as a star seed. It's pretty good to be a star seed, but the seed needs what? A proper nutrients, a proper ground in order to bloom. You can't bloom over the stone. But the stone can be cracked, broken, and the seed can fall through the crack into the ground and then bloom through it. If you know what I mean, twin flame power. And that's what this is. But we are missing the proper environment with all this. We're missing the proper environment. Now we have to take the responsibility to recreate the proper environment. But this time we're not alone though. The age of Aquarius energies are more stronger than ever. I look at the charts for the next 3 years. I know what's going to happen. Especially when the authority, which is the sun, walks in Aquarius. You think it's a joke? You'll see it. Give it about 2-3 years. You guys are going to remember this talk. All right. So that's all I have for you guys. Okay. Glad to be here. If you guys need me for something to talk, you guys want to have a chat up here, anything in particular that can benefit this. And CC, thank you. Thank you for that questions, because I promise you, you see, that's the truth. I promise you I'm going to do the video. So I came out and did it. That's what the truth is about. So now, living within the truth, guys, don't fight the truth within the new energies. It's the same thing. I'm asking you, don't hide the truth as you are as a twin flame. People are going to start walking through the gate pretty soon. I'm not talking about just the Lion Gate. It's not only the Lion's Gate that is important, but it's most commercialized in there. Even though a lot of the people, they don't even know about what the Lion Gate is. And everyone posted that it's 888. So I don't know where that came from. Lion gates begin from the 14 degrees, 59 minutes of Leo to 15 degree, 59 minutes of Leo. That's when it's open, astrologically, gravity-wise. And it falls up on a 7th or 8th. Most of the time is an 8th, but also fall off on a 7th. So, twin flame chat, how to guide our children with their truth. This is going to be heavy for a lot of the people. How to guide your children. You become the truth. And if they're not the truth, they'll learn to hide from childhood. The worst thing that you can do there is not showing, being a personal example for the truth. That is the worst thing you can do. First to yourself, then to your kids. But the choices your kids can make, that's none of your business. Because the kids can listen their subconscious, they can listen at bad energies, bad influence, and the kids have one thing. You promise them something, you don't keep your promise. They don't believe you, they lost belief in you. Are you the personal example to your kids? Because one day they're going to mature and they're going to face the same thing you faced. I think it is just, are you going to be the example? Can you imagine you are an example of beautiful relationship in the front of your kids? When you love your woman and the woman loves you in the front of the kids. But when there is a love and there is enough truth within the emotions in there, and the kids is like, well, I see you love him, but there is something is not there. Do you think the kids doesn't feel it? They have gravity, they have energy, they have the emotions, they have a brain like you. They can process information same like you. They're learning from you. So if you want to be guiding your kids as a star seed in there, you become the flower. Show them to bloom in there. Because inside of you there is a garden with flowers that blooms. But be mindful who you let in that garden. Because someone can destroy your garden. So is someone who can put the seeds in there. So, yeah. Erica, you said the soul is our energies, mean that it's better we with the energies feel how more we connect with the soul. If you look at it inside of you, the energy inside of yourself, you as an energy, where do you get that energies from? To where, Eric? Where is that energy comes from? From the universe. What is the universe is? Energy. And a gravity. And that's what you are. So your soul is actually a good energy. Look at the side of you. Different energy, but it's still an energy. So this is like the separations of a blood cell. When the new blood cells are evolved so much, so it splits upon in two. It separates the chromosomes, it separates the plasma and all the rest. And then it separates itself and it grows. But it's the same principle. It is about a black hole. What it does is it's ejecting this cosmic dust that it comes in of two opposite sides, and then all the materials and everything begins to splash around it, and then how the galaxies are created. So if you look at it, this cosmic dust, that is a kind of like the soul energies inside of you. That's how you can take it. And the rest of it is that energy of the material world. Twin flame, they are ready, needing, they are advanced. Great. If they are advanced, ask them one thing. The best advice, actually the one of my best quotes I ever wrote, the best advice can give to someone is following your soul. I came out to that downloads after so much being within me. When I found out how much I was rejecting the soul within me, but also I was finding out how people are rejecting it. They're self-sabotaging themselves because they're not appreciate the soul. But when you see it, the soul, it's connecting to another soul, and you're aware of that, you're not rejecting it, then the magic is happening. Especially when the both sides sees that and they don't reject it. All right, guys. All right. Well, if you guys want me to chat about something else, let me know. Write the things in the comments. You guys know you can find me on the Facebook. If you need some help, through consultations or astrology charts in there. But please, inside of you right now, trust it. Trust it within the new energies. I know they are very small and tiny, and they're fighting with old energies right now. But trust it. Have the trust. All right, guys. Let's share the love and the light, and I will see you again. All right, guys. Be love. Thank you all. Hopefully you have a great day. I'm going to do astrology chart. You're welcome, CC. Thank you again.